KO debate series. We lit tonight. Y'all come through, man. Y'all know how we gonna show up and show out. See y'all all in the building.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. What's up with y'all, man? Welcome to another episode of the Morning After Show. It's your boy KO. It's your boy KO 86. Knockout boxing, knockout 86. Whatever you want to call me, I'm here. We live and we ready for a great show. Let me bring up my co-host. We got KQKC in the building as well. KQ, what's up, man?
Man, you know what? I'm going to call you the guru. I'm going to call him the guru like I always have. Because, man, the word on the street or the YouTube streets, man, you are bodying people. You are bodying people. No. I mean, you taking this shit on the road, right? You taking it on the road, baby. Bad, oh, bad. Now, some people just good at one thing. Some people just good at others, right? So stay in your lane, all right? If y'all don't know what y'all doing, stay in your lane, right? Because I'm good at calling fights, but I ain't good at debating, right? But bad, oh bad. You're a bad boy. You are a bad boy, dude. For real.
I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I appreciate that. We got a great fight card that we got to cover. We got some big news in boxing as well to cover. So I'm gonna catch this super chat. I'm gonna speak to the people that's in the building already, and then we're gonna get straight to it. Everybody in the building, hit the like button. Let's get the likes up over 100. Y'all know where we like to be at minimum. So let's get it going. Shout out to the homie Sunchild as well with the 5-piece. No biscuit in the super chat. He said absolutely nothing. He didn't even say nothing. He just showing love to the channel. I appreciate you, dog. Shout out Trap Band. I see you teach. What up? OG Walk on Water. My brother Drink More Water. All things. Jay Will, Clark Bay TV, Biz 0128, Hunter on the Hunt, Ashton B, Terrell Jackson, Bank Hayes, Luca's in the building, Ronnie Bravo, what up? Nuke in the building, Todd Drake for Ashton B, Brother Huey Q, Supreme Cam, Nuke in the building, Dundrick, then what up? Richard Parrish in the building, Bank Hayes, Windy City Assassin in the building, boxing, Cal Cooley, what's up? Boxing and barbecue, Mufasa, what's up? Kurt Hurd, Wookie Wook, King is in the building. We got Eric Shelton, we got Dr. Mark, what up? Javon 3224, what's good with you? C Wood, I see you. Mike Rhyme, hope everything good. Mike, I ain't seen you in a minute. Salute. Always bet on black. What up, Puerto Rican Rum? I see you. We got Hardcore Casual. What up, Von Wise? What's good, my brother? No Evidence. Joseph Bermuda. What's happening with you, Joseph? Fresh Baker, Cam J Network. My brother Joseph Jackson. What's up? We got Jamoney with the 2-piece. No biscuit in the super chat. He say shout out KO 100 from the 215s. Shout out to you, bro. Appreciate the love. LaRon Jones, what's good? Travion 2 Trill, what's happening with it? We got Quee in the building. What's up, Quee? Salute. Shout out to John BX coming through with that 5-piece. No biscuit in the super chat. He said, good morning, gentlemen. We needed that David Benavidez versus David Morrell fight last night. Do you think David Benavidez market value went up last night? Oh, most definitely.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Most definitely. I think David Benavidez showed that just because you want to fight someone, you can chart your own path and you can make it to where they really gonna have nowhere to run pretty soon. If David Benavidez is able to get the winner of Beterbiev and Bivol, then there's nowhere for Canelo to go, assuming that Canelo Alvarez can beat Terrence Bud Crawford if they fight in September, and not get upset in May, because he's gonna fight in May, he's gonna fight in September. If he don't fight David Benavidez, if David Benavidez is able to get the winner of Beterbiev and Bivol and beat them, then bro, he might as well retire, because that will make that the biggest fight that Mexican boxing, Mexican heritage boxing has seen in a really, really long time, bro. And Benavidez had the house packed last night. All the boxing world was watching. I saw Crawford comment on the fight. I saw Tank Davis comment on the fight. Everybody was commenting on that fight last night. So Canelo, you want your money? You do anything for the right amount of money? Benavidez, by taking on Andrade, taking on Caleb Plant, fighting Vosdick to put himself in position to be the mandatory, fighting Morrell when he didn't have to get 2 mandatory belts. You're going to have to take notice, bro. Somebody going to have to fight that boy. But what you think of that? Did you think his market value went up last night?
Yes, I do. I think it skyrocketed. And on top of that, like he said, look, I'm fighting over here, the United States. This is where my fan base is at. So this is where I'm going to stay. So, man, yes, it went up. He went sky high. And his payday going to be sky high now. So, man, look, we needed that. We needed that fight last night, because he beat Morrell, and Morrell's a big puncher, so go ahead. Yep. So it's skyrocketing, man. No doubt about it.
Marzi, what's up? Cool Dude Jones, I see you. And shout out to my boy Dundrick them with the 10-piece. No biscuit in the super chat. He said, I don't want to hear any Morrell slander. Y'all complain about people not fighting and trying to throw them away when they step up and pose. Now, Morrell stock went up too. We're gonna talk about all of that today. Who else we got? We got Albert Doherty, Big Braille, I see you, and we got one more super chat, and we'll get the show started. Shout out Eric Shelton with the 2-piece. No biscuit in the super chat. He said card was a classic. Let's start with the first fight on the card, man. Jesus Ramos knocked out Jason Rosario. I think it's time for Jason Rosario to hang those gloves up, even though he's only 29 years old, me personally. But what did you think of Jesus Ramos' performance for the first fight of the pay-per-view against Jason Rosario, man?
Well, Jason Rosario, like I was telling the chat, he has a problem with body shots. Of course, he got knocked down with a jab by Charlo, and he got knocked down a couple times before that. Rosario just is a jabber. That's all you're gonna get from him. He'll have no power, and of course his footwork, is not that great. So I think it's time for him to check out. And no offense, but he's just not made for be a big puncher at that weight class. So it's not gonna happen. He's gonna keep getting knocked out or lose. And of course, I think it was a bad stoppage also. So early stoppage, so that's how I feel about it.
Yeah, I think that Jesus Ramos showed me some boxing off the back foot. I expected him to be on his front foot, but he boxed off the back foot, had a nice jab going, was working off of that jab, had a very, very distinct game plan to go into the body, and he stuck to that game plan, which I thought broke Rosario down. And he beat Rosario up the entire night. I do think that the stoppage was early. I think Rosario could have fought on a little bit, but by fight on, I mean, what, just take more punishment? Like, just keep getting beat up the whole time when you already been put down. You fell face first when he put you down. Your legs wasn't under you. And then his reputation precedes him a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, Rosario, every time he lost, he got knocked out, bro. The ref know that. Every single, like, you lost 4 times in your career, and all of them was by stoppages. And it ain't like he just got a bad chin. He been stopped to the body. He been stopped up top. He been stopped everywhere, bro. You can hit him in the face and stop him. You can hit him in the gut and stop him. And so I understand where it looked like okay, he wasn't really hurt, but it's round 8. You just got put down in the last round. You were losing every single part of the fight.
Right.
What we want to do, just watch you keep getting beat up for 2.5 rounds. You're not firing back. You pushing with your punches. You don't look explosive. You look like a washed fighter that was a shell of himself. So while I do think he could have fought on, was it worth it though? Like you're getting beat up. It makes no sense for them to allow you to fight on. What do you think?
Yeah, you're right. Because like I mentioned, someone else mentioned also, the referee is in a hard position. The one thing about the referee, he got to make a decision. Should I stop this fight or should I let it continue? My day, they would have continued on until he come defend himself anymore. But today, the brain is not meant to be hit. And of course, Rosario eyes weren't looking great. He got knocked down the round before that one. So the referee, I think he made the right call, because if something happens 2 days later and come back and then what they say, he should have stopped the fight. Things like that. So exactly, he did the right thing. Either way it go, he was losing the fight, and so you rather go out like that than go out on your back. So
and y'all smash the like button. If you're new here in the building, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to KQKC as well. And please donate to the channel as well for the hard work and dedication. The cash apps are below, $ Knockout Boxing 86 TV and $ 275 KQKC. And as always, that super chat button is much appreciated. And if you can't donate to the channel, I do ask that you at least do what's free, and that's hit the goddamn like button. Hit the button. Hit the goddamn button, okay? Hit the like button.
For Knockout, he working hard, man. Videos and shorts, and I'm calling these fights. We got a fight tonight, so man, we working.
Yeah, KQ gonna be right back tonight calling the Clarissa Shields fight.
Yes, sir.
That's some hard work right there. So on Jesus Ramos, that fight was at 160, and this is my last thing on that fight. That fight was at 160. I would like to see Jesus Ramos back down at 154. I suspect because of the announcers were saying that Ramos is looking to do this at 154, looking to do that at 154. I think that fight might have just been at middleweight because Jason Rosario couldn't get back down to 154 because he's older in his career and he's kind of been having some long layoffs and stuff like that. I want Jesus Ramos at 154 because obviously, man, that's where all the smoke is at, right? That's where all the names are at. That's where your guy Xander Zayas is at, Virgil Ortiz, obviously Bud Crawford, Serhai Bahachuk, and many others. Charles Conwell comes to mind. And Israel Madrimov is there. Just all the smoke is at 154. And then Boots will be coming there probably in the next 2 or 3 years. I want to see him at 154. 160. We got Janabek, we got Hamza Shiraz, Carlos Adames, and then a 40-some-year-old Erislandy Lara. That's it. That's it. You know what I mean? So I want to see him back to 154 pounds. Puerto Rican Rum heard an interview where he said he's going to be a 154-pound fighter. So that's good news to me. That's promising news to me, and I'm excited for that. What do you think, though? You want Ramos? That was a 160 fight. Do you want him at 160, or do you want him to get back down to 154 to continue his career?
Well, I think 154, he fights better because he was fighting last night heavy, and his punches, they was there, and he was scoring left and right, down to the body. But normally when he fights in a smaller weight, and his legs is more spread it out, he got better balance, but now he's a little bit heavier. You can see the punches slowing down. You can see the punches coming all day long. Only thing about it is he was fighting an opponent that only had a jab and a slow jab, and he saw it coming. So basically, I think he will do himself some good in going down to 154 because now he's developing a fan base now. I noticed that in the weigh-in. A lot of people are coming out and knowing who he is now. And he that strong Mexican fan base. Y'all know how they rock with their fighters.
100.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fans there. I don't know how the pay-per-view is gonna do, but them
Right.
fans, listen.
They sold out.
When you put together a card, that's how you do it. That's how you do. Listen, Jesus Ramos, Mexican. Pitbull Cruz, Mexican. Brandon Figueroa, Mexican. David Benavidez, Mexican. You get all their fan bases showed up. They made sure they had that card structure right, which I think is a very, very, very smart move. I tell you one name that's important. And shout out to my wife in the building. What's up, Miss KO? I tell you one name that Jesus Ramos, I want to see him get back down to 154 for. He need to get that Erickson Lubin rematch, man. I think that's a great fight. Lubin's been out of the ring for a while though. I do want to see Lubin take a fight in between then. But Jesus Ramos versus Erickson Lubin 2 is a fight that I think needs to happen before this year is out, man. That's my next fight for him, next big fight. I want to see him get Lubin because I think that was a close fight. Obviously, the result was very controversial. Some people like myself had Ramos winning. Some people thought Lubin pulled it off. I want to see those two guys get it on. Lubin does have a title eliminator that's going to be on Pro Box against Adria Holmes, I believe it is. If he's able to get by that, then I'd like to see him fight Jesus Ramos if he's unable to get a championship title shot for his next fight after that. So I think they're on a collision course, to be honest, man. Is there anybody specifically that you want to see Jesus Ramos fight before we move to the next fight on the card?
And 154, he gonna have to take it slow because I don't think he's ready for the higher up. I call higher ups like a Crawford or someone like that. So I don't know. Xander Zayas, that's a good fight right there. You know, he's right there at 154. So and I'm not saying that he can't fight, but I think that would be a great fight between both of them guys, Puerto Rico and Mexico. You know, so that'd be a great fight. That's what I think, and I like to see him fight. You know,
already. Moving on to the next fight on the card before we get into some news for you guys. Pitbull Cruz versus Angel Fierro. Rock'em, sock'em, back and forth. Both of them boys taking shots. Just so many punches to call. So many punches were thrown, and so many punches landed, bro. Like, what did you think of Pitbull Cruz and Angel Fierro? And do you think they gave the decision to the right person?
Man, listen, I don't know. I had it going the other way. I thought Pitbull Cruz missed a lot of overhand rights, overhand lefts, and but he did score a few punches on flush. But that Fierro, he had a chin on him. I mean, he ate them punches and kept going. Matter of fact, he took a punch where he popped his head all the way back and he came back. Hey, here I am, right? And I mean, it was a good fight, and it was a good flat-footed, rock'em sock'em fight. But they gave the nod, I think, to the wrong person because he was coming back with the left and right. He was making them miss, and he was sometimes making them pay. So that's who I had winning the fight. But I thought it would be at least closer than what it was, if not a draw. So that's how I had
man. I thought Pitbull dominated the fight early in the fight. I thought Fierro came on strong in the middle of the fight, and then I thought they were kind of back and forth towards the end of the fight. I think Pitbull's pressure, his continuously coming forward, and then Fierro was landing shots, but Pitbull got such a low center of gravity. Fierro shots weren't as eye catching or as as easy to see to your eyes as Pitbull stuff was. Because when Pitbull would land something, he knocked him halfway across the ring. And when Fierro would land something, Pitbull would kind of still come forward. There were moments where he's like, "Oh shit," he caught Pitbull, and that was the most hurt I've seen Pitbull be in a while in a fight. So for me, man, I thought
he got hit on top of the head, right?
Yeah. I thought he did enough. I thought he did enough to win, but I do think people are starting to kind of figure out Pitbull. His style is very entertaining. I love his relentlessness. I just don't think he got enough variation to his game, and I don't think he's skilled enough. If you find a boxer with some movement, a boxer with some length, somebody that can work a jab and not get tired, I think they'll be fine against Pitbull Cruz and make them miss and make them pay at the highest level. So for me, do I want to see Pitbull get a shot at Tank Davis, or do I want to see the Rayo rematch or anything like that? I want to see him fight Rayo again if he got the rematch clause, but I don't think anything will change, especially if Rayo, after beating Pitbull, if he beats Gary Antoine Russell too and gets that type of confidence on that Tank Davis undercard, man, that is gonna be it's gonna be tough sledding for Pitbull to do anything with him in a rematch. So for me, man, I'm just, I'm kind of out on Pitbull getting any big opportunities, getting a big shot. He got to work his way back up, to me, to be honest with you. Like, I don't want to see him fight Tank Davis. There's other fights for Rayo that I want to see Rayo in. I'm out on Pitbull Cruz, man. But he got the W, he got the win, he got a big fan base, so I'm sure they'll keep putting him on big cards as either the co-main event or the second or third fight down from the card. He'll keep getting opportunities because of the way that he fights, but just from a skill set perspective and just him being able to fight people at a certain level, right. I'm not rocking with it, man. Do you got anything else on Pitbull?
Yeah, just real fast. Rayo, when he fought Rayo kind of set the tone on how to box Pitbull Cruz. And this is why Pitbull Cruz came out maybe about 2 days ago and saying that he just don't like fighters that move a lot. Okay, you don't like slick fighters. So therefore, you want someone to stand there while you swing and hit him. I think that's the style he's looking for. That's the style he's trying to pick out. But when you boxing, you got to fight all kind of styles. You're going to see all kind of fighters coming there with southpaw stands, orthodox, slick fighters, flat-footed fighters. I mean, all of it. And he's going to have to get used to it. And he's short as stature. So he's going to have to get used to it and step up or step out. That's it. Yeah.
Already. So I did want to cover a couple of stories throughout the show that are kind of a big deal in the sport of boxing, obviously. Number one, Shakur Stevenson has been doing a lot of training over the week. One thing that came out is that he had Mayweather in his camp. He had Sean Porter in his camp. He's taking Floyd Schofield a lot more serious than what and he's worried about the perceived threat of Schofield a lot more than what he's showing and what his team is showing, in my opinion. And I ain't mad at it. You gotta prepare for everybody like they the best that you ever fought, or you gonna fall off the mountain that you on. What do you think of the people that Shakur Stevenson is using to prepare him for his upcoming fight on Riyadh season here in a couple of weeks on February the 22nd against Floyd Schofield? What do you think of his training, man?
Well, I'm going to disagree with you on that knockout, right? Now, the reason why is this. He's not taking Kid Austin seriously. He's taking us seriously. He want to look better as far as boxing wise. He don't want people walking out on him again. He don't want people saying, "Oh man, he was boring." He don't want nobody taking a nap while he's fighting. That's what he's trying to do, I think. Floyd Mayweather was a sighting. He pretty much turned it around. He's not a big puncher, so he got to find something in that bag. So what you do? You go get the greats. You go get the ones that was on top and ask them, what can you do? What can you do? Because I can beat the guy, no problem. But I want to know what can I do to make the crowd jump up and say, wow, ooh, ah, without knocking him out. Because, sometimes, he ain't going to get the knockout. So that's what I think he's doing. I don't think he's taking him more serious. Now, of course, yeah, you're supposed to train to your best of your ability to go in there and go prepare to go 12. But I think he want to be more exciting. He want to sit there toe-to-toe or whatever, But like I told everybody, a guy named James DeGale used to fight in the UK. It took him 3.5 years to change his style of boxing. You can't do it overnight. I don't care you have all the greats. I don't care you have Muhammad Ali in there. You're not going to change your style. Your style is going to be your style. So that's all I got with that one, basically. But that's what I think. Knockout.
I ain't mad at that. Shout out to Boxing Hacker coming through with the 5-piece in the super chat. Appreciate you, bro. He said Shakur's doing the right thing. Floyd Mayweather said it best. You got to treat every fighter the same. That's how you stop upsets from happening. Yeah, for me, man, I see what you're saying. Like it's not Schofield so much as he wants to put on a great performance. Because he's falling down on the card, man. Look, nobody, I don't care what y'all say. Y'all keep acting like it's not important for American fighters. Shakur homies and shit can't go to the fight, man. He don't want to be on somebody undercard in Saudi Arabia. He want to, at the very least, if he gonna mess with Riyadh season and Turkey and them, he want to at least be like Bud. At least they put Bud in America, bro. They put him in Los Angeles or some shit. You know what I mean? He don't want to have to, in order to get money, be on the undercard down in Saudi Arabia, bro. So I understand that he wants to put on a good performance, and clearly he cares what the fans think. He really wants to kind of show us that he can do the stuff that some of us that criticize him says that he can't do. So he's training hard. I think it's gonna be either a really close fight, or I think that Shakur is gonna end up getting upset. Though I do not see Shakur putting on like a Jamel Herring type of performance. I just don't see it. I don't think Schofield is going to be there for that with the way his daddy is in his ear and going to have him ready to run through a brick wall. I see him coming out and going right at Shakur, and I don't think Shakur reacts well to that. Now, if he does, then I'll stand corrected and I'll be highly, highly impressed. But I got this fight being very close, closer than a lot of people think. I think guys like Teach, I think my other Shakur homies and shit that rock with the channel, that Shakur Stevenson fans, I think they're gonna be nervous that day. I think they're gonna be nervous when they read them scorecards. They're gonna be nervous watching the fight because it's gonna be a tough one. Hopefully he can get through it and not mess up the rest of what we want to see him in. Obviously, we want to see him versus Zepeda. We definitely want to see the Tank fight. I just hope he don't mess it up, man. Shout out to John BX with the 5-piece. No biscuit in the super chat. Said Canelo fans were praying for David Benavidez to lose so they could say, why would Canelo duck that bum? Now it's he won't beat Bivol or Beterbiev. Oh, we're gonna get the Benavidez. We're gonna get the Benavidez. I promise y'all. Million Films, Jay Grant Jr. Who else I saw come in the building? Jay Boxing, Judah. What's up with you? Oh yeah, and shout out to my homie Judah Lockefeller. I see you, bro. Shout out to my homie Judah with that 5-piece in the Cash App. He said, let me go back to it. The homie say it was kind of funny actually. He say what do you say? The Mexican monster, Mike Tyson voice. Yeah, salute, bro. Salute to you. Appreciate you, dog. That's me. What's up, man? All right. So Shakur training hard for Schofield. We went over that. Let's talk about Cool Boy Steph shutting a lot of doubters up, including myself, with a great performance against Brandon Figueroa. What did you think of Stephen Fulton's performance in the ring against Brandon Figueroa last night?
Wow, that was a good fight. But Brandon Figueroa, he had the longer reach, and he was getting there first. But then the second half, going into the second half of the fight, then I said, Cool Boy Steph, pretty much step it up. He was looking like the old Cool Boy that I used to know. He was pretty much timing him. He pretty much had an open window, and when he had that open window, what I mean by open window, when he had a chance to give free for about 3 seconds, he would shoe shine real fast or tag him with a straight right. Then last night, we seen something different. All right. What we saw was that Figueroa, Fig, was making him uncomfortable when he was coming in, switching from left and switching to right. Then Cool Boy said, okay, you know what? Bozy came up with this. Okay, well, you switch. You switch when he switched. And that's what Cool Boy Steph was doing last night. That's what threw Figueroa off. And Figueroa had a bam, bam, then switch in the middle of sequence. And, and that's a no-no. Because you could get, countered real fast. And so, so Cool Boy came back with another southpaw stance and switched back and orthodox. And he was keeping up with him. And he was getting some success. So I like what he did last night. So,
that performance was like, that's the boxing I can deal with, bro. This shit where dudes run around and call it the sweet science and don't throw nothing back and shit, like, nah, bro, I can't deal with that. But that shit that I saw last night, keeping your distance, making them miss, making them pay, grappling and kind of clinching them when you need to, but then certain moments you push him back and you throw your combinations. You time him, you catch him in between shots off the ropes and shit. Like, that shit was beautiful. That type of shit I can watch. Like, that's the sweet science. Like, if anybody ever want to know, like, KO only like knockouts, or he only like the fighters that come forward, or he only want to see somebody get punched on. I like boxing. That's boxing. That was the sweet signs. You saw a little bit of everything. Back foot, pushing him back. Let me clinch him because he's trying to press me. Let me switch styles and go southpaw. Let me counter him from distance. I can counter him in close. Let me fight off the ropes a little bit. Like, he did everything in that fight, and you gotta salute that, bro. You gotta give that credit, because, man, if you didn't have questions about Fulton, then you just haven't been paying attention to his career. He takes the loss against Monster in a way. Then he gets put down by a guy who can't punch in his next fight. Everybody's out on him, and then for him to do that to Figueroa, who had been on a roll at featherweight. He made the fight. I think I seen somebody put it in the chat. This fight was had a way wider gap than the first fight, bro. The first fight was closer than this one. And I see what you're saying, J Main. We could talk about that another day. I just don't want to bring that up because I don't want to take credit away from what Fulton was able to accomplish last night. So I don't disagree though, J Main. I don't disagree with what you're saying. I just like to focus, like, especially like, I want to get a man 24 hours, bro. Jupe, I see you in the building. Pearl Infinity. Like, I want to give Cool Boy 24 hours. Then maybe I could shoot a short Monday, shoot a short Tuesday, saying what the hell was wrong with Figueroa, shit like that. You know what I mean? I don't want to talk about Figueroa and all that shit, because it makes it seem like I'm not giving Cool Boy credit. So I'm not saying I disagree. I'm just not gonna focus on that right now. You know what I mean? Shout out to Jalen James with the 2-piece in the super chat. You are alone in that one, Jalen. Jalen says Fulton with the East Coast attire, fire. Everybody in the chat been cooking his outfit. Jalen, so maybe I don't know if it's their fashion sense or your fashion sense, but you are alone in that one, sir. But salute to you for the super chat. Shout out to my boy Boxing Hacker with the 5-piece in the super chat. He says, funny how people like how Cool Boy fought last night, even though he played part of the pure boxer. Let that be clear. Y'all would say he running. You're lying, bro. You're lying. If you can't hit the link on a Sunday because you know it's the morning after show, you just pay your money to play contrarian and try to debate in the goddamn comments, bro. I'll see you tomorrow night, nigga. Damn. Like, bro, that's not true. That's just not true. People criticize Shakur for Edwin De Los Santos, and they criticize him for Nakathila. He gets credit for Casasiao. People like the performance against Jamel Herring. The Oscar Valdez performance was okay, bro. Like, the Arden performance was because he said he would get a stoppage and he looked like trash cutting off the ring, but he didn't run in that fight, bro. He just didn't look good. Like, stop it, bro. You just want to argue just to argue, bro. That shit's like, stop. That shit's annoying as hell, bro. Phenomenal show with the 5-piece. No biscuit in the super chat. That's the exciting boxing we like, when you can knock folk out. That was a master class. Or when you can't knock folk out, my bad. When you can't knock folk out, that was a master class performance. Yes, it was, bro.
Yeah.
Yes, it was. 100%. Do you got anything else? Oh, that's what I wanted to ask you. So Fulton is a champion now at 126 pounds. You got him as a champion. The guy he already beat, Angelo Leo, is a champion. You got Rafael Espinoza as a champion. And you got Nick Ball as a champion. Which one of the champions of would you like to see Cool Boy fight, man, to try to get a unification or something going?
Nick Ball, man. Nick Ball. You know, I know that he's small in stature, and Nick Ball applies some pressure too. And he got a stamina, you know. But Cool Boy, I mean, he's on a roll right now, and he you know, look how he did Figueroa. Figueroa didn't let him breathe, but he kept him off of him. He was able to catch him off of him, and he had an open window here and there. Now with Ball getting an open window, I don't know, but maybe I'm being a little biased, kind of like Nick Ball, so maybe that's why I want to see it, you know. But you know, that's a good fight, I think, good matchup.
Yeah, I agree with what Puerto Rican Room is saying in the chat, and I agree with you. I'd rather see him fight a champion he ain't already beat yet. You know what I mean? No disrespect to Angelo Leo, but I've already seen that fight. I want to see him fight Rafael Espinoza or Nick Ball. I do think he'd be an underdog in both of those fights, though. I think you'd have to slightly favor the other fighter in both of those fights. Just my opinion. But shout out to Kurt Hurd being a member for 2 months. He said Harvey Dock was a good pick for Cool Boy. Yeah, because Harvey Dock, he is not going to let you fight on the inside. He breaking that shit up. BBG, I see you. Jupe, what up? P Hunter.
You ain't lying.
Dante Boxer Talk. What's up with y'all, man? What's good with y'all? Salute to everybody. VA Bella Butts. What's up? All right, so another story that broke over the weekend. Stephen Espinoza did an interview where he said, look, Tank Davis has made it clear to us that he wants Shakur Stevenson in all the biggest fights possible. What do you think of Stephen Espinoza comments on that, man? It's a lot of people obviously that are very critical of Tank Davis.
Okay, wait 1 second.
What happened?
No, give me 1 second. Okay. All
right, go ahead. All right, so I'll talk about it. So Tank Davis wants all of the big fights. He wants Shakur Stevenson. This is what Stephen Espinoza said on IFL TV's interview that he did with him. And let me say this, bro. I don't know why anybody would be surprised. I don't know if you've been following the sport. If you've been there you go.
Okay.
All right. So what I was asking you, I'll let you go first. Stephen Espinoza did an interview with IFL TV, and he was asked about Tank Davis's next move. He said, "Look, Tank Davis has made it clear he wants Shakur Stevenson in all the big fights. He wants his fights to be the biggest fight that they can possibly be." What do you think of Stephen Espinoza's comments and what he said about Tank Davis, man?
Well, you know what? That's Tank Davis. He always said that. I don't know why we surprised that he had a list. But of course that list didn't work out because everybody either ducked one way or the other, so he been saying this. It's not a surprise. And Stephen Espinoza knows he's been saying this because Stephen Espinoza been working on it, so it's not no big surprise, so, I mean, I don't know why everybody's surprised about it, but I mean, I know you and me, we're not surprised because Tank Davis want the big fights. That's you all that saying that he doesn't want them, because he want every last one of them before he leave out of this sport of boxing. He been wanting Shakur Stevenson, but now what happened? Well, we know what happened. Lomo, we know what happened. Ryo, we know what happened. So you don't get no bigger than that. You don't get no bigger than that. So therefore, first thing everyone says, well, go to 140 and this and that. No, he been wanting. He want the biggest fights possible. And I think that's what he means, especially when Stephen Espinoza says it, then it's definitely true.
See, I think that this is an interesting time, right? Because people say legacy fight. Tank ain't fought no legacy fights, and Tank's MO is he wants the big fight. He wants the biggest fight possible. But we're in a lucky spot to where all of his big fights, where they're big money fights right now, they're all also big legacy fights. They all also will be fights that will be great for his legacy. So a big money fight is Tank versus Shakur. Well, that's also a great legacy fight. Tank and Loma, that's also a great legacy fight. Tank versus Keyshawn, that's also a great legacy fight. So all of his fights are big time legacy fights. So that's good for us as boxing fans because his interests align with our interests. Now, for me, I'm with you, right? I don't know why anybody would be surprised. Drink, what's up, homie? I don't know why anybody would be surprised that that Tank Davis is saying that, right? Or that Stephen Espinoza is saying that because he tried to make the Loma fight. Shakur Stevenson confirmed that he reached out to him. Keyshawn Davis confirmed that he's trying to negotiate with him. So, I mean, I don't know why anybody would be surprised. Ryo confirmed that they reached out to him for a fight, but he wanted to do the undercard shit or do the Pitbull rematch. So everything's been confirmed, bro. That's what he's going after from the other side. It's not even him, bro. It's not even him confirming it. It's people on the other side like, yeah, they reached out to us. It's them letting you know, like, yeah, he ain't ducking me no more. Like, that's all them, bro. That's all them letting you know that. So, for me, I hope we get to see the fights, man. I hope these dudes step up to the plate. I hope they're able to make the fight because the only fight that makes sense next for him is either Keyshawn Davis or Shakur Stevenson, bro. Depending on if Shakur got to fight fucking Williams Zepeda next because he's his mandatory, and that's the plan from Riyadh season in Turkey and Eddie Hearn to have Shakur get in the ring with Zepeda after he gets done with Floyd Schofield if he's able to beat him. then shit, the one that we need is Keyshawn Davis if he's able to beat motherfucking Denise Barenchik. Shout out to my dog Young World, man. Young World coming through heavy, 20 piece, 20 of them things. He say salute good brothers for the Sunday morning cook. Salute to the chat. Salute to you, bro. Salute to you, man. Joseph Jackson say, hold on, what he said. Hold on, I'm trying to find Joseph comment, man. Where my boy Joseph at, bro? I wanted to put it on. There you go. He say, Tank ducked the $20 million. He say he ducked the $20 million offer from Turkey to fight Devin Haney. I will ask Joseph Jackson like I asked everybody over there doing that debate. If you could put a link in the chat for me, Joseph, where Turkey Al-Sheikh said he offered Tank Davis $20 million to fight Devin Haney. I'll put it up on the screen for you, homeboy. If you can put a link in the chat where he said I offered Tank Davis $20 million to fight Devin Haney, I'll put it on the screen for you, homeboy. Other than that, let's keep it moving, bro. But yeah, do you got anything else on Tank Davis and Stephen Espinosa saying that Tank Davis wants all the big fights?
No, you know.
You got anything else on that?
Yeah, only thing about it is, listen, you know, people always talking about, cap. Do y'all know what cap is? I mean, do y'all understand where when people sitting there trying to, and you can't make nobody fight you, all right? I mean, you can kick them in the ass and everything. If they don't want to fight, they just don't want to fight you, all right? When I was little, I used to kick this boy ass all the way home. He still won't fight me, right? All right, I'm just exaggerating, but I'm just saying. Now, what can you do? Nothing but do what? Stay busy. Stay busy. Stay sharp. That's what you got to do if you're a fighter. That's what you got to do, stay sharp. Oscar De La Hoya, he didn't want to fight Floyd Mayweather. Floyd made it so easy for him that he had to fight him. So, I mean, what we talking about, you know? So, I mean, I think, and this is my personal opinion, I think they want what Tank has, and they don't know how to get it. They don't know how to, it's not Tank. They don't have the swagger. They don't have the look. They don't have the fan base. So what you do, you go over to Turkey, all right? And we know what happens from there. So, I mean, if they want to fight and they want y'all want to see the big fight, don't talk to Tank. I want to hear about that. Talk to their asses. Get on Shakur ass. All right? Get on Lomo ass. Get on all them guys' asses. Say, man, step up and fight Tank. What, you scared? Just like Benavidez and Canelo. Y'all should be riding Canelo ass.
100%.
Right?
100%. Shout out to everybody in the building. Y'all smash the like button. 350 people strong in here. Please hit the damn like button. Get the likes up to 300. Yes, moderators, please get a like check going. We got to talk about the man of the hour. We got to talk about David Benavidez versus David Morrell. What did you think of the fight?
Man, I told everyone, Ronnie Shields, my guy, long time ago, 2 years ago, he said, KQ, I got a guy. Man, you going to like him. I said, yeah. He said, southpaw. He's a big guy, too. I said, yeah. And he light on his feet. I said, yeah. You know, because, you know, everybody got a good guy, right? But Morrell, he can fight. Morrell can fight to be a big guy. He is light on his feet. He does move from left to right, up on his toes, down on his toes. But he does have power also. Then when I hear he put someone in a coma in Cuba, then I heard he put someone in a coma over here. As a matter of fact, I was calling that fight when he did it.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, but he fought David Benavidez. David Benavidez is not a one knockout artist, but he will punch you in accumulations.
He will beat your ass up,
yes,
bro.
Man.
He will beat you up, bro.
Shoe shine after shoe shine. And I mean, David Benavidez showed me that dude is for real last night. I mean, man, oh man, he was taking a punch and Morrell was hitting him with, because Morrell is a southpaw, so he was using that right hook. And that's why David Benavidez' eye was swole on the left side. That's from that right hook. But David Benavidez, he came right back and gave him more than he can handle, and especially after that that knockdown, which was kind of a push. But Benavidez got mad again. Then he came back and he just walked on his ass in the corner. And Morrell, of course, hot-headed, and hit him behind the bell. So now, but that was a classic. That was a classic.
Yeah, that's fight of the year. That's fight of the year so far, man. That's fight of the year so far for sure.
And I told everybody this could potentially be one of the best fight of the year. Now, it was less blood than I thought it was gonna be, but hey, these are two big guys that can take punches.
I was just about to say that's just because they both were so damn durable, bro. Yeah, they was hitting each other with bombs, dog. Man, more so Benavidez because Morrell took a lot of punishment, but Morrell got some heavy ass hands. His technique ain't as good as Benavidez when he throw his punches and shit. But that boy's strong, man. That boy's strong. Benavidez he got the right name. That boy is a monster, man. But go ahead, man. I don't want to
but Benavidez saw the high guard. All right, Morrell wears the high guard as he get down small, get up tall. Right, but Benavidez, he knew how to curve that right hand behind that high guard, and that's what he was doing. He was tearing up that left and right ear because he was going behind the high guard. And once again, the uppercut. Wow, man, oh man, Benavidez had an uppercut for the left and right, and I'm talking about when they're in close quarters, and man, that had to hurt. So that means that Morrell got a chin on him too. So, but like I say, I got to give Morrell credit also, because Morrell only had 11 fights going into that fight. So he got, he still got some learning to do. But still in all, that shows you, Benavidez. Now, someone in the chat said, Benavidez ain't fighting nobody but prospect. No. He don't turn down no fights. Anybody that want to fight him, he'll fight him. He doesn't say no. And now he's making his own lane at 175. He said, you know what? I'm not chasing Canelo no more. I'm going to make my own name and make my own fan base, which he's doing right now, and especially last night. Man, oh man! After last night, his notoriety went up 90%.
It went up a lot. It went up a lot, man.
Go ahead.
The fight itself, Benavidez is, man. First of all, his defense is way better than people think. His guard is active. He's fast from the waist up, bro. He's fast as hell. Like, people only focus on his feet, but his head movement, the way he see punches coming, he made Morrell, who's very fast, very explosive, he made him miss a lot, bro. And David Benavidez's hands and his offense, he just has a way of hitting around your guard, finding the hole in your defense. Morrell was trying to have a tight high guard. So David Benavidez,
you're right, Wookie Woo. Yeah. Okay,
yeah. So David Benavidez kept punching underneath the high guard, bro. He kept punching underneath the high guard with an uppercut. He was slipping Morrell shots, pushing them back. That boy is able to maintain defensive responsibility while coming forward with very fast hands and whooping your ass. David Benavidez is nasty, bro. Man, he is a problem because Morrell, I'm gonna get to Morrell too. Morrell is good, bro. If he cannot let his mind get messed up, he showed me he got a chin. He tough. He's mean as damn self. He just in there with somebody that might end up being the best light heavyweight, super middleweight, kind of maybe a cruiserweight one day of his entire generation. Like, Benavidez is that good, bro. Benavidez is nasty. Like, this was two of the top guys going at it. So I was just impressed with the way that Benavidez didn't change his style. Shakur Stevenson fans, when you want like a real dog, like, this is the type of shit we look for, right? A real dog, a real top of the line fighter that's not changing just because you got some power. They're not changing their style just because you good too, or you a threat. As a matter of fact, the bigger the threat, the more dog they show. That's what Benavidez did last night, is show you that, look, it don't matter, bro. So now you know that if he get in there with Beterbiev or he get in there with Bivol, bro, it's not going to change nothing. I'm still coming to get you. I don't care that you punch hard. I don't care about your amateur pedigree. I don't care about none of that shit. I'm coming, bro. He's like, you're going to have to deal with me too. I'm not finna be worried about your power or your Cuban amateur style or you a southpaw or you, like, he don't care about none of that shit, bro.
Yeah.
He don't care about none of that shit. That's what you show that shows you a top of the line fighter. Because from now on, as a fight fan, whether you like him, whether you don't like him, whether you think he loses. I see somebody saying he'll get put to sleep by Beterbiev. You know Beterbiev gonna have his hand full till he put him to sleep, though. He gonna come at Beterbiev like Beterbiev never seen before. He gonna be throwing punches and trying to slip and counter and have a level of aggression towards Beterbiev that Beterbiev ain't used to. Same for Bivol. You know what I mean? Like it's one of those things where you learned a lot from David Benavidez last night, and that is you got you a real dog. You got you a real dog in front of you, bro. That's a real live dog in front of anybody. And I love Beterbiev. There's a time I could see no one beating him. I think Benavidez can at least challenge him, but Beterbiev does have the respect where somebody gonna have to show you that he got old. Somebody gonna have to show you they can take his power, show you that they can beat him. But Benavidez is like that, bro. He like that. And the mentality too, KQ, to take on David Morrell when he didn't have to. Like your first pay-per-view headline, you like, yeah, give me the toughest opponent I've ever fought. That takes some nuts, bro. That takes some cojones, you know what I mean? You gotta get
it. Thought they weren't gonna take it. And he said, no, we taking it.
Yeah, that boy believe in himself, man. That's a confident fighter. That's a dog, man. Shout out to Cooking with Frank with the 10-piece in the super chat. He say boxing needs more of that. 2 elite fighters, healthy and in their prime, giving the fans their best. Some of your favorite pound for pound fighters have never done that even once in their career. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree, man. I totally agree with that statement, Cooking with Frank. We got to get these guys fighting in their 20s more than fighting in their 30s. This was a 27-year-old versus a 26-year-old. I'm tired of the 36-year-old versus 37-year-old, the 35-year-old versus 34-year-old and shit like that. Like, we need 27-year-olds to fight 28 years old, 30-year-old to take on a 26-year-old. You know what I mean? We need more of that. So ain't no excuses. People can fight when they at the top of their game, top of their power, so to speak. I agree with that 100%. Cooking with Frank. KQ, what you think of what Cooking with Frank put in the super chat, man?
Yeah. Of course we do. Especially when you in your prime, and your prime, that's the best right there. I mean, sure. I mean, you still got a little bit left. Let's say Terrence Crawford, he's 36 years old. Okay, he still got something left, but he ain't like he used to be. He slowed down considerably a lot. Now think about it. You know, he fights on one. Let's say he back in his 20s. All right, he fights on one also equally good in their 20s. Man, that's a fight there. You know, it's time to make the fights happen before you start slowing down and going into your later years in boxing. Remember, boxing is a young man's sport. Remember that. And I always say, if you ain't made it as a champion or made some noise at 37, then it's time to wind it down. It's time to call it quits. You know, because your best years in boxing is in your 20s. You know, and some people like Abdullah Mason, his best years might be in his early 20s. His early 20s, because he got a head start. Just like Gervonta Davis, he got a head start. You know, so, man, I can't wait to see these guys get in there. And I'm not talking about Tank. I'm talking about Abdullah Mason. You know, them young guys. All right? A lot of young guys is over at top rank right now. And, you know, you see them young guys. You know, fight each other, baby. Go ahead. Make some noise. And you saw last night 2 big guys, 2 twin towers going at it. And they are only 28 and 27 years of age. Wow.
And now Benavidez is the mandatory in 2 sanctioning bodies now. So somebody gonna have to fight him, bro. Whoever win that fight, that's the only fight to make, in my opinion, in the 175-pound division. It's the winner of Bivol and Beterbiev. Gotta take on Dave.
Yeah.
Gotta take on Dave Benavidez. Like, people talk about fixing boxing, right? And people talk about some things that need to change. Well, it's a no-brainer. The WBA and the WBC should come together right now and put out an order mandating the fight between Benavidez and the winner of that fight. Like they should already order it, right? Like they should order it right now. That'll make that fight even bigger. That'll make the fight between Benavidez and the winner bigger, because now those people will be asked questions about it. Like, yo, the WBA and WBC came together and ordered the fight. They ordered the fight for y'all to fight the winner of Benavidez and Morrell. That will make the fight bigger, man. Like that's the type of shit that needs to happen in boxing. People talk about all of this and all of that. The sanctioning bodies right now today can come together and do their job and order that fight, so that the next 2 or 3 weeks the next 2 or 3 weeks, people be asking them about, yo, when y'all get done with this, we got the biggest fight in the light heavyweight division to build that fight even more. So I'm with that, man. I think that needs to happen. Shout out to Bud Jablonski with the 5-piece. No biscuit in the super chat. Bud say 40-year-old Beterbiev KOs young Benavidez. That's a hell of a fight. That's a toss-up, man. I saw Drink say young killer versus old killer. Yeah, them two killers right there. It's just, to me, it's gonna be because I know Benavidez is gonna get caught with something fucking with Beterbiev. Beterbiev timing too good. He's too crafty. He's very strong. What the hell happens when he gets caught? Can Benavidez stand up to that shit? Nobody has been able to. If he's able to stand up to that shit and keep his composure, he'll have a shot in that fight. But his style is one that you would think Beterbiev would be able to take advantage of. But let me see that shit. Let me see that shit, man. I want to see it, bro. Shout out Kurt Hurd with the 10-piece. No biscuit in super chat. Easiest time I've had staying up for a main event and fight. I loved how fast the network moved. Yeah, no concerts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We got to talk. You feel me?
Somebody said that last
giveaways.
Right.
You know what I mean? I didn't have to watch the Saudi Arabia national anthem and shit. Yeah.
Right. No giveaways.
Yeah, 100%. Man. He say didn't have to sit through some. Oh, he said it himself. Didn't have to sit through some dumb concert or car giveaway. Just straight to the boxing. 100%.
Right.
100%, exactly. Man. So let's talk about that, man. Before we do though, let's give Morrell his shine. What are your thoughts on Morrell? I know he took a loss, first loss of his career in his 12th professional fight. Do you want to see him more? Do you think he'll be better from the loss? Do you think he can bounce back? What are your thoughts on Morrell now that he suffered his first loss to David Benavidez?
Well, you know what? I think he can make some big noise in the division. Yeah, he lost yesterday, but he good with that loss because he fought his heart out and he fought the best he believes in that division. Now, of course, if he goes against Beterbiev or Bivol, I don't think he's quite ready yet. Because remember, y'all, he only had 12 fights. Last night made 12. So he's still kind of a little bit, not old or not new, but he's getting settled in. And he's getting settled in very well. And he got a reach. He got the height. He got the strength. And I'm looking forward to seeing him in more fights, more dangerous fights. You know, so man, I mean, I like what he's seen, and I like what I've seen, and man, he's doing a great job, man. So, man, he came over here from Cuba. He settled in Minnesota, and man, and he got Ronnie Shields as a trainer, and man, he's doing a great job, man. Especially you don't see a guy that tall at that weight class, you know, in the southpaw stance and moving like he's moving. I mean, he's moving like a welterweight. So that can be a problem for a lot of guys that's flat-footed and, you know, coming forward and things like that. He fight well on the back foot. So
yeah, I think all the talent is there. He just needs to fine-tune some shit. You know what I mean? Like he got all the talent. He got the chin. He clearly got the heart. The rest of the shit you can teach in the gym, but he got the foundation to be a phenomenal fighter. And who knows? He work his way up. He whooping ass the next 3 or 4 years. It's fine-tune some shit. Him and Benavidez in a rematch, fire. Because I'm going to tell you right now, that boy's movement, his ability, like you said, how fast he is, how quick he is. If he can find a way to better catch in between shots, because he caught Benavidez in between. Benavidez was pressing him on the ropes. He kind of checked off of that and threw a little swivel jab kind of hook and caught Benavidez, knocked him off balance. He hit him hard and kind of wobbled him, and he wasn't even trying to like catch shit. So if he can take this loss and allow it to make him work harder and really go work on his weaknesses, which his punch technique, he got to work on his punch technique. He got to straighten them punches. He got to quit throwing so wide. And if he can work on some shit, that boy nasty, man. That boy can be nasty in the game of boxing. So I want to see him bounce back and get into it. People were naming guys like Joe Smith Jr. I saw Callum Smith. I think those are good fights for him. Somebody said Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant said the 168-pound division. I don't think Caleb Plant is gonna come up to 175 to fight David Morrell, but Caleb Plant ain't ducking no smoke, so I ain't calling him a duck. However, I do think David Morrell stock went up in a loss because he fought with heart. He gave it just as much as he took it. And I think those are the types of fighters that we need to like still promote. We still need to talk about them. We still need to big up them, because you don't want to get by. Like, dudes got to be able to lose, man. Dudes got to be able to lose, even if they're your favorite. If they fight hard and they lose, I want to see them back again, bro. I want to see like in this same card, Cool Boy Steph should be an example, bro. You can lose and then get back to the mountaintop, bro. You can lose, take a loss, right? A bad loss, bounce back, and become world champion again. Now, guess what? Cool Boy can rewrite his legacy all the way again. I'm not saying he's going to accomplish this, but he can be like, you know what, bro? I wasn't myself against Monster in a way. But what if he beat Rafael Espinoza? What if he beat motherfucking Nick Ball? Now he can say, Monster, come see me, bro. I done worked my way back up. I took a L to you. I'm a unified champion again up here at featherweight. Come see me again. I'm not saying he's going to be able to accomplish that, but if he is, that's the stories and that's the shit that boxing is made off of, bro. That's what that's the type of shit we need. Morrell can chart that same path to where he can just build himself back up, work back up, and I want to see him fight again, bro. Straight up, I want to see him fight again. So I don't think just because you lose, that's the end of shit for you. I think you should be able to continue to bounce back, man.
Oh yeah. You know, once you lose a fight, that don't mean that's the end of your career and nothing like that. Yeah, that's the beauty of boxing, bouncing back. Now, they asked David Benavidez about a rematch, and David said, "For what? He only won 2 rounds, and I won the rest of them. So, and they don't want for a rematch. So David Benavidez don't want a rematch.
Yeah, he don't. But if Benavidez is the type of dog. If Benavidez get to the top of the mountain and Morrell is right there behind him, climbing that shit too, beating people up, becoming a world champion, making his name even bigger, Benavidez will fight him again.
Yeah, okay.
He'll fight him again, but rematch next, like right now, nah, bro. You got to go back into the lab. You got to work on some shit. But yeah, like for instance, like it's kind of like other fighters that lose and they got to work themselves back into a rematch. You got to work yourself back up to it, bro, and then you can get it. I'm just saying in the future, that's something for him to work towards. Like you can't count him out yet. The dude only 26 years old, bro. He got a long time. He can probably have like another 7-8 years in the sport, at the top of the sport, if he work on what he need to work on and get it together. You know, for the next couple of years. So I'm excited for Morrell, man. I think that Morrell has a really, really bright future ahead of him. Now, obviously, we can't talk about David Benavidez without talking about 2 things. We got to talk about what he said about Canelo, man. He said he charting his own path. He said, Canelo don't like that I'm mean. Maybe I got to work on my attitude. But he clearly wants that Canelo fight. He says that if I become undisputed at 175, he said the only way he can see that fight happening is if he comes undisputed at 175 and Canelo still has his belts at 168 and he can meet Canelo at a catch weight for all of the belts at the same time. He says that's the only way Canelo will probably fight him. What do you think of that, man? Will we ever get Canelo Alvarez to get in the ring with David Benavidez, man?
You know, all last week, I was telling people, we were talking about this fight. And I was telling people, listen, David Benavidez look ready. Weigh in, look ready. Press conference, look ready. But his mind, you know, I said, listen, you got to get Canelo out of his head before Saturday night. Because everything is Canelo. All reporters, Canelo. I'm like, hey, what about Morrell? You know, stop playing with me. You know, come on. What about Morrell? You know, but see, David Benavidez says it's not about the money. It's always about the money. You know, that's what it's about. But I think with Morrell case, he wants a legacy. I think he does. He wants to be Canelo Alvarez. He wants to be the top dog. He wants to be the face of boxing, like he said last night. You know, and he can be. And I think Canelo sees something that he don't want no part of. Now, everybody always holler and tell me, Well, KQ, ain't no fighter scared of no other fighter. That's what they do. No, you're a lie. No. See, one thing about it is, it's not about being scared. It's about being embarrassed. It's about losing a fan base. It's about all that, and Canelo don't want that. He already got 2 losses on his record. He don't want a 3rd. That's why he might be fighting Richard Skull, and you know what? In that Crawford fight, it might not even happen. All right? Because it's not
Not if he views Bud as a threat.
Right.
If he views that's the thing. Like, it'll be a cherry pick going wrong, and Bud fans don't like to hear that, right? Because they hold Bud to a high standard, and rightfully so. He's a pound for pound fighter, 2-time undisputed in multiple weight classes. So I get it. I'm not saying he's a cherry pick in my eyes, but Canelo is he's such a opportunist. He don't want no smoke. He don't want any real threats at this point in his career. So if he does fight Bud Crawford, it's because he thinks Bud Crawford is an easy lick. He thinks he's easy money. So as far as what Benavidez get the Canelo fight, I don't think so. I actually think growing his fan base hurts him from getting the Canelo fight, believe it or not, because now he got a real fan base. And bro, Canelo lose to Benavidez. All them Canelo front running, nut hugging fans that be in the comments and that be just riding for Canelo, man, they gonna become Benavidez fans because he got a Mexican flag just like Canelo got a Mexican flag. He talks Spanish just like Canelo talks Spanish. They gonna switch over on his ass. They're gonna switch over on him. So that's why he don't want to lose to that boy. He'll lose to a black American fighter. He'll risk losing to a Cuban fighter. He'll lose to a Russian. He ain't trying to fight no Mexican that's a threat to him, bro. Because the Mexican fight fans, they gonna switch up on his ass. So will Benavidez get the Canelo fight? I don't think he will, bro. I don't think he will, because if he becomes undisputed at 175, beating Beterbiev or beating Bivol, if Benavidez is able to accomplish that, then that's gonna mean he's even more seasoned. He's even more of a threat. And Canelo gonna try to do something like, yeah, I'll fight you, but you got to come all the way down to 168, and I need a 5-pound rehydration clause. Like, he gonna do some crazy shit, ask for some shit to just make the shit damn near unwatchable or unfair and give Benavidez no shot to win before the fight even happens. So I don't think we'll ever get Canelo versus David Benavidez, me myself. I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think right now you can pay that man enough money to fight David Benavidez, man. Shout out to Smooth Criminal, 2-piece, no biscuit in the super chat. He said Grand Rising, great scrap last night. Now, the other thing that David Benavidez said, he joins up with Team Tank Davis. He says, I'm not going to Saudi Arabia. He said, this is America. I'm fighting here.
Wait, who you talking about?
Benavidez said that. Benavidez said he's fighting in America. He said, I ain't going over there to Saudi Arabia. I'm fighting right here. What do you think of that, man? He said, basically, I ain't finna be bending down on my knees, bending over for no turkey a la Shiki. What do you think?
Listen, nothing against Turkey, okay? Nothing against Turkey, all right? He's a Boston fan just like I am, to be honest with you. He just got a few more dollars than I got, all right? Now, thing about it is, David Benavidez is right. His fan base is over here, and they do go to fights. They do buy tickets. They will follow him, no matter what city he fights in. They will follow him in Arizona, California, Las Vegas. Like he said last night, Las Vegas is his home when he's getting ready to fight. Las Vegas is his home. Don't care if it's MGM or no matter or T-Mobile. So I'm with him on that. These are the fighters that can fight and that can sell, and that's our sighting. Now, the fighters that go over there, they're not exciting. They're not exciting. They just, and some can fight. But, it's just something about Tank. It's something about Canelo. It's something about Benavidez. They are just built different. And when you're built different like that, you need to keep your ass right here where your American people can watch you fight. They are your fan base. They built you. They made you. They what you are today. All right? Stop playing with me. All right? That's what I'm talking about. And these are the guys right now. They want to put on for their country. Because they fight for their country. They fought in the Olympics. So I mean, miss me with that. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah, I think that he showed that he can do a live gate. So that's really good. I want to see the pay-per-view numbers. But Benavidez is on the rise up, and I like the want to and to want to do it for his fans, right? To want to put on fight. First of all, I love the fact that he takes tough fights and he fights that he thinks the fans want to see. That's always gonna grow your fan base.
You know what he said? I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, you go ahead.
You know what he said? He said, "Look, those are my fans, but they are like family to me here over here.
Yeah,
they are like family, and I like to hear that. I like that. You know.
Yeah, I mean that's how you gain more fans. That's how you keep people supporting you. That's how you get somebody to buy something from you when they can steal it for free. When people can get stuff for free and you want them to buy it anyway, you got to find a way to make them feel like they connected to you, and you got to find a way to show them that you appreciate them. And I think that's what a lot of fighters don't understand. Dudes can fire, people can fire stick your shit, bro. They don't have to buy your shit. They can get it for free another way. So you got to find a way to make them buy it when they don't have to. And it's to show appreciation by the way that you fight, by the way that you interact with them, the way that you, the opponents that you choose. And David Benavidez is getting that down packed to where he's selecting opponents we want to see, even if it's not the main. Like everybody want to see Canelo versus Benavidez over everything, right? But okay, I can't get you that fight. I'm going to fight Caleb Plant, though. I want to see Canelo over Benavidez versus Benavidez over everything. Okay, I can't get you that fight, but I fight the dude that he was ducking, Demetrius Andrade. I want to see Canelo versus Benavidez. Okay, I can't see that fight, but I'm going to go ahead and give y'all David Morrell. So he's doing shit the right way, and he understands that, bro, people can't, like, the way that crowd went crazy after the fight when he said something, they erupted and shit like that, you don't get over there in Saudi Arabia, bro. You only get that type of shit here, because your fans can't go over there. You know what I mean? Like, so I like the attitude of wanting to continue to build yourself, and he want to earn everything. He want to earn his shot at superstardom, his shot to be an all-time great. He want to earn being one of the faces of boxing, being alive. He want to do that by the performances he put on and the opponents that he choose, and fighting in locations to where his fans can go to his fight. And if you don't respect that, I don't know what you will respect, because that's something to be commended when everyone is trying to take easy money these days. When everyone is like, let me run over here because I can't sell at home. Let me run over here because at home I can only get this bag, or at home I got to earn it. He's willing to not only put his career on the line by taking on tough opponents that can beat him, he's willing to put his live gate on the line, his pay-per-view on the line. Like, pay me this much and then give me pay-per-view upside. I'm gonna try to sell this shit. And so I respect that shit, man. I'm happy that David Benavidez is moving like that, and salute to him for that, man. Shout out Phenomenal Show with the 5-piece. No biscuit in the super chat. PBC got another superstar under their belts. I think David Benavidez is definitely on the way. The demise of Premier Boxing Champions is highly exaggerated, and we're gonna be talking about that topic next. Drink more water with the 5-piece. No biscuit in the super chat. He say Canelo is pussy. He's a him fighting Bud. Him fighting Bud is 100% a cherry pick. He's holding up careers sitting on those belts. What's fighters like Pacheco and Iglesias, talking about Oculus Iglesias, supposed to do? 100%. That's why I want your guy to beat him. He fights Bud in September. I want Bud Crawford to whoop his ass, bro. Because at this point, we to the point that Canelo is such a cherry pick that we like, bro, at least just give us Bud. Like, damn, give us Bud. We like, you giving us William Skull, you giving us fucking Jaime Munguia, Edgar Berlanga, John fucking Ryder, 68-year-old Triple G moving up weight classes and shit. Like, bro, fine, give us Bud, bro. Damn, like you moved up Jamel 2 weight classes in 2023. You moved up fucking Triple G a whole weight class before that, 40-some years old, moving up a weight class. You fought John Ryder. He done lost 6 or 7 times. You fought Jaime Munguia. He a goddamn 70-fight fucking prospect. You fight Edgar Berlanga, who had the knockout streak at Top Rank, where he knocked out everybody in the first round because they had him fighting taco truck drivers, fucking janitors, school bus drivers, and all kind of shit. Then he was looking like shit lately. And then now you about to fight William Skull, who didn't look good against the guy he just fought. I forgot the German dude's name, the European dude's name, bro. Shishkin. He didn't look good against Shishkin, Vladimir Shishkin and shit. So damn, if you're gonna fight all these trash ass fights, how about you fight the dude that's pound for pound top 3, that's undisputed in 2 separate weight classes? At least we know he'll try. If you're gonna put up a little guy, at least we know he'll try. That's where we at with Canelo. Like, damn, at least give us bud. That's how trash Canelo been, bro. We are hyping up.
Yeah.
Fans are legit hyping up a dude coming up 3 weight classes, 21 pounds in 1 fight, bro. Hell no, nah, bro. Like, Canelo is trash for that. That's why I hope Bud Crawford beats his ass, bro. I hope he do him dirty. I promise I do. Shout out to Texas DT20 5-piece. No biscuit in the super chat. He say KO and KQ. Salute, bro. Salute to you, bro. You got anything else on Canelo and Benavidez before we get to the next topic?
No. That's all I got. Because we know what Canelo going to do on Cinco de Mayo. He could have had a chance to fight Bud, because see, I don't understand why Turkey didn't make the Bud fight for Cinco, right? But he got scored instead. That's why I keep telling everybody, it's not good to make a fight 8-9 months out. Anything can happen. And that fight is not a done deal. So content creators, KQ, I'm saying this. Stop lying. That fight ain't done. Okay, yeah. Go right ahead.
Yeah, I got you. Listen, man, that was a strong start to the year for Premier Boxing Champions. Can they keep it up? The card was fire. The card was entertaining. The card flowed well. It flowed very well. Can they keep up the activity? Can we get the Spence announcement? Will the Tank Davis fight card be just as good? What can they keep up the strong start to the year? Because if they're going strong, if Riyadh season is going strong, once Top Rank gets their new deal and we see where they go, boxing will be lit in 2025, man. Do you think they can keep it up and get this momentum going, get Benavidez out there again, get Tank out there 3 times? There's some rumored free cards coming in March as well, and April as well. What can we expect from them for the rest of the year, man? And do you think that their strong start to the year will continue?
Yeah, well, I think they're gonna do what they have to do. Like I said earlier this week again, that it's not that you loaning out your fighters, but Danny Jacobs, I always use him. He fights for PBC, but he was fighting on the zone. So sometimes, maybe PBC might have to let their fighters like Pitbull or whatever fight on another network or whatever. This will keep him busy, and of course he would get his cut also. But I think PBC need to keep it up, because now, like Phenomenal Show said, now you got David Benavidez now, right? People love David Benavidez. David Benavidez, man, stock went up, man, to the top last night. So, you got a few stars over there. I mean, argumentally, and I'm not being biased, kind of like all promotion companies, but one thing about it, PBC got some stars over there, y'all. All right? Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. They do. And what makes it so bad, they got promoters over there like Samson Lukowitz, all right, like Tom Brown. He's the head promoter. You got Floyd Mayweather Promotions. See, you got all these promotions. So once they get together and they keep these fighters busy, I mean, I think they can keep it up. I think they can keep it up and meet their ultimate goal for Amazon Prime. So now what I hear, this is allegedly, y'all, all right, it's some U.S. millionaires and billionaires that want to invest in PBC so we can keep boxing in America. Now, this is what I'm hearing. Now, I don't know how true that is, but I heard this. All right. So that would be a good thing. So that's all. That's all I have.
Yeah, shout out to Kilo with the 5-piece, no biscuit in the super chat. Said, if y'all see Big Supreme, tell him stop ducking me. I want my Benavidez money. Big Supreme. Pay that man his money if you bet him, man. Pay that man your money if you bet him. And I don't know a Kilo to be no liar, man. I don't know him to be no liar. Big Supreme. It's your boy KO. Pay that man his money, bro. Listen, they need to keep it up. They need to keep it up. We don't need, they need to keep it up. We need the next announcement, because we know we got this fight. We know Tank's fight for sure is March the 1st. And then we don't know what they got the rest of the year. We heard rumors about Fundora late in March. We heard rumors about Earl being back in June. They supposed to be doing the Canelo card in May. Keep that shit going, man. Keep that shit going. Keep your fighters going on different cards when you need to. They got Erickson Lubin going over to Pro Box TV. Keep feeding the streets, man.
Yeah.
Keep feeding the streets. You should be able to do at minimum at least one event a month. So you got your February, you got your March. What y'all doing in April? What y'all doing in May? What y'all doing? What y'all doing in June? What y'all doing in July? You know what I mean? We need to know these things so that people can continue to be excited, and so that puts pressure on other promoters to keep doing their thing. One thing I will say about Riyadh season, people having to step their game up if you want to compete with them. So I love that, bro. I love that. Keep this shit going, though. This card was great. It was a fun night of boxing. It was a fun night of boxing. We got Keyshawn Davis in a couple of weeks. We got Clarissa Shields tonight. We got the Riyadh season card February 22nd. Tank card March 1st. Boxing about to go on a run here. So let's support it. Let's get the views up in these live streams. Let's watch all these videos so content creators will be dedicated and motivated to continue to put out content, man. Boxing about to take off, bro. Boxing about to take off, and I think PBC needs to continue to put on great cards, and they need to be consistent this year, man. A1 Hoops on 10-piece. No Biscuit in the super chat says, hey, I told Mr. Milk Dud, aka Marble Top, sitting to the right of the screen. I told him Benavidez was gonna win. But Morrell is a bad man, though. Been a minute since I caught us the Sunday live. We appreciate you catching the Sunday live. KQ, do you have any other topics or anything you want to cover before we wrap the show, sir?
Man, I just want to say what Drink More Water was saying in the chat. Yes, I did see Clarissa Shields weigh in. And yes, she did come in there like a diva. Yes, she had the gold on, the hair on, and the bra and panty suit on and stuff. So yeah, she came in there and yeah, she was in diva mode. Yeah, I saw that. Okay. But I will be calling that fight tonight. If y'all want to join me, the thumbnail is up already. So if y'all want to join me for that call, now keep in mind, everyone, this is the first time in history we will have an undisputed heavyweight women's fight ever. So you don't want to be missing the part of history tonight. All right. So go ahead and come on in and join KQKC. And
yeah, man, y'all go check out the fight call over there. I'll be live tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. And until then, everybody enjoy your Sunday. Hopefully, y'all enjoy some time with the family, enjoy some good food, kick back and relax. I know that's what I got planned. So I'll catch y'all soon. KQ, another great show in the books. Everybody else have a great night. Shout out Miss KO. Shout out to everybody that came through in the super chat, donated. And shout out to everybody in the chat participating. I'll catch y'all tomorrow night live, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. Y'all take it easy. We gone, y'all. Peace.
All right. Peace.